This is the day that the Lord has made. Let us rejoice and be glad in it. Hi, I'm Pastor Emmy from Faith Lutheran Church in Morris, Minnesota. I share with you a reflection on the word treasure. It comes from the book One Good Word a Day. Today's author is Julie Fisk. Matthew chapter 6 says, "Don't store up treasures on earth, where moths eat them and rust destroys them, and where thieves break in and steal. Store your treasures in heaven, where moths and rust cannot destroy, and thieves do not break in and steal." Julie writes, "One of my very first coworkers at one of my very first job collected Beanie Babies, the original ones, subject to public hysteria as limited edition varieties, released only to be immediately snatched up by people queued in long lines wrapping around the stores. Even as a teenager munching peanut butter and jelly next to her in the break room, as she told me about all her Beanie Baby retirement plans, I remember pondering the wisdom of the investment. I've thought of her and those Beanie Babies repeatedly over the years, as I've seen piles of them at thrift shops and as I've watched friends navigate downsizing or liquidating their parents' households, struggling with collections of all kinds that, despite the promise of future wealth, hold little more than sentimental value. Collecting can be fun. I love the thrill of the hunt as much as the woman sifting through fine china next to me at the Goodwill, looking for that elusive pattern to add to my grandmother's dishes now passed to me. But I'm careful not to mix up the fun of collecting with treasure. Our treasure is not gold and silver. It is not the equity in our homes or 401k plans. Our treasure is eternal in nature. It is intangible and impossible to quantify on our own net worth statement. Our treasure is the relationship we built with spiritual family, as well as those far from Jesus. It's the sacrifices we've quietly made to help loved ones, neighbors, those we've never met, and our enemies. It is the times in which we've chosen the good of someone else over our comfort. It is the unnoticed, unappreciated gaps we've filled. It is toilet scrubbing, the nursery duty, the pacing all night with a sick child while utterly exhausted. It is when we store up these treasures that we'll find a heart beating in tune with God. You might consider today doing one thing that builds your heavenly 401k plan today. Grace and peace to you from myself, Pastor Emmy, and the people of Faith Lutheran Church in Morris, Minnesota. Learn about our ministry at faithlutheranmorris.org. Have a great day.